Hey, how's it going? Living in Boulder vlog. It's 8:22 p.m. on December 11th. I slept all day again today, and so that's why I'm getting up to a late start. I rode my bike until like 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I had insomnia until like 6 because my body was just jacked. It was like feverish and buzzing and vibrating and hot, and you know what I mean, and just having to drink water and just blah, 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 blah. And I finally went to sleep, and then I had to sleep, and then and then I got up and I realized that I didn't have any more goo, and went to Whole Foods and they didn't have any gel, so I bought some bunch of different types of energy bars, and um, then I went to the bike shop right before they closed and got some little energy packets from them, so I have enough energy gels. I ordered a few, but I think it wasn't supposed to come until like the 17th or something, and it's the 11th, so poofy. Guess I got to go out again tomorrow and get something else. Maybe Safeway will have energy bar or whatever, but that energy gel makes it really easy, man. It's like rocket fuel. But it's basically what I eat. Like today, the only thing I ate, I went out to Whole Foods, and because I was there, went to their salad bar, and it's really good salad bar. They have a lot of good Indian food and stuff, but it's I think expensive as fuck. Little salad thing cost $20, but whatever. I blew $35 there just on a few energy bars and my little salad bar, and then another $15 on energy gel. So yeah, I should have bought when I get my 10 energy gels in the mail. I think I'm gonna like right away order like 20 more energy gels, like the big 16.9 ounce ones with for $15 on Amazon. I found, and I want to get sponsored by one of those guys because that's like all I see myself eating. It makes life so easy. You just like, am I hungry? Okay, and you don't even know what being hungry is. You don't know what bonking is. Like all that stuff's a thing of the past. You're literally a machine. You're like, okay, let's go riding now. And you got your energy gel and your water. Today my Cytomax came in the mail. I bought a bunch. I spent $80 at Whole Foods the other day on some like natural juice, natural energy mix called Thrive or whatever. I don't know. I can't remember. I have to look. I'm like I'm like retarded right now. Um yeah. So I slept and then I got up, and I'm not thinking of anything. Like nothing, no desire, no thoughts, and no desire on my website. Except I do have a desire to do this one thing on my website, um, from scratch, even though I'm not done with anything on my website, and it's like I should finish things. There's this one thing that I really would like to do, and it's I wanted to Google Earth Atlantis, because in Plato's dialogues, which you can find on my website, Phaedo, the dialogue. I think it's the last one, the biggest one where he talks about, was it Phaedo? Maybe it was Timaeus. Yeah, no, it was Timaeus. I think it was the last one. It's the longest one or something, one of the longer ones, and he they get in talking about cosmology, but he's at one point he's talking about Atlantis, and he says that it's an island, but he says how big the island is, and I converted it to what he said in Stadia, and it was like 240 by like 350 kilometers or something like that, and that's the same exact size as Andros Island, like the part that's just underwater. So you could picture a comet hitting like in South Carolina, and then this huge tsunami basically wiping away enough of the island, the top part of the island, so that it's only bits and pieces of the island left, but you can see the rest of it under. And I think that was Atlantis. And so he said exactly how many kilometers of waterways. It was like 150 kilometers or something. I can't remember. Waterways. I think it was 600. That went from the mountains in the island that swirled in a certain direction that they designed, that then went in a certain flow that they designed to help the boats go and stuff, into the central city, which he described with the rings. And then there was another canal that went out to the, um, like 20 kilometers or something like that, out to the sea. I mean, he described all of it. So, yeah, and like there was these new dudes on YouTube saying that they think this formation, the something formation and the Sahara Desert, all those rings within rings, is Atlantis. And this kid, I saw the video. He said that it was the same size as Plato said, and so I wanted to also rebuild it just to compare and see if it's true. Because if it is the same size, that's freaking amazing in itself. Like what does that mean? Was there another Atlantis or something, or maybe that was Atlantis. So, anyways, that would be fun to do. But next thing I do on my computer though while I work, I was thinking about it last night, but I didn't because I was just too into the writing. Because if you work on the computer, you're not going to get as good of a time on the writing. And me, just instinctually, without thinking about it, I just go directly to writing because I know that I don't want to write for too long. I just want to get it over with, but and get a good time, I guess. But with the exception of smoking weed, I smoke plenty of weed. I take my time with that, but I don't want to. Yeah, but when I do start writing, working, maybe that'll be today. I don't know. I need to organize files on my computer. But I've been watching like bike videos, bike race videos, and it's fun getting into it. It's crazy. I like totally rebooting my brain after so long of not doing anything. So totally different. I mean, different but the same. Same. I'm kind of picking up where I left off. I remember what my philosophy was. The last year that I raced bikes, mountain bikes, I only did a couple races. It was 91. It was between 11th and 12th grade, and then I quit just because I got kind of, I think I got Epstein-Barr. I did 3 races, but yeah, it didn't feel good, and then I just quit, and then I didn't start again, do it again. But I remember my philosophy was for training back when I was like in the springtime when I was serious. It's just yeah, I didn't want to have a, no coach and no training partners, just riding all the time to get into my own body. And it's a lot easier to be like that now because time goes by a lot faster. So you could ride like a month, 100 miles a day for a month, and then um, and it kind of goes by like a dream, and then you have this, but then you have this intimate relationship with what it's like to ride 100 miles. You know exactly how many energy gels you need. You know exactly how much water you need. You know exactly how good you need to feel before, and how how fast you're going to go that day based on how what you did. And so that's kind of like how I think about it. Like training. I remember when I was a kid. Greg LeMond said you don't train based on how many miles he doesn't do that. He trains just on hours, and so that's how I think. I'm just like, yeah. Um, it's like a full-time job, 8 hours a day. You just put in the 8 hours, and then logistically you cut out things that are distracting. And so yeah, I've been doing that too, cutting out distractions. So that's the biggest thing: the logistics, cutting out distractions. Because the motivation will take care of itself with all of the technology we have these days, with all the reefer you can huff and all the music videos you can watch and stuff like that. And then of course it's the audiobooks later, and I can't wait till that starts. But I have to recharge my brain first. I think I've been talking long enough. All right, peace out.